What is up? What is up? YouTube, how y'all doing, man? Hey, check this out, man. On our other channel, we're doing a premiere. April 30th. April 30th is my birthday. Y'all go check out the musicrecordingnetwork.com. My birthday, we're going to be in the premiere chat at 12 o'clock and at 5 o'clock. Wishing Uncle Mike a happy birthday. I'm turning 60, man. I will be 60 years old. So I am trying my best to help other people change their life, especially if you retire. Trust me when I tell you this, I realized that I was not going to be making enough money retiring. Now I can sit here and only work 4 hours a day and actually have more than enough money to travel the world and pay all my bills. So I really think that you all should take YouTube a little more seriously and don't just watch all this free content. Get into a course, get with somebody that already knows and start learning what mistakes they made. That way, at least think about it. At least all the mistakes you made, you don't have to make them no more. My YouTube course is actually teaching people how to change their life little by little. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't gonna happen in 2 or 3 weeks. But it's just like going to a school. You go to college for 4 years, right? And then you go put together a resume, and then all of a sudden you go get a job and try to move up on the job, right? We got that time in today's world. We got that time. YouTube, there are people who are knocking it out the park in like 12 months. I guarantee you in 1 year you will see where your income is going to start coming in at. Anyway, check this out. This hybrid video style is taking over YouTube. I want to see what in the world is he talking about. So a lot of times I just click on videos on how to do YouTube and I just start doing the reaction to them. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, let's just jump into it. Let's check this bad boy out.
Have you ever noticed that the best YouTube videos feel like you're just hanging out with a friend and they're explaining something to you?
Okay.
That's no accident. I've been doing this whole YouTube thing for almost 10 years now, and I think I finally figured out what works best in 2026. Now, there was a time where you just had to upload as much as possible. There was a time where your thumbnail had to be the best thumbnail on the planet or it wasn't going to get noticed. And there's just always been these different phases. There's been these different theories, but I think I know what's going to work best in 2026 and 2027. And this isn't an algorithm hack. This isn't something about only upload on Tuesdays at 3:17 p.m. while facing north in a pair of Crocs. It's not something like that. I'm talking about something way simpler. It's a hybrid vlog explainer. So it's half vlog, it's half explainer. There's a reason this works in 2026. YouTube is now looking for less automation. You know, they've kind of had it with the AI overwhelming the site. They're looking for real people to make real videos. Now, there's a couple things here. One, we've seen how they're just getting rid of these AI-only channels. They're dumping them. They want to see a real person on there doing something. So that means even channels like my own, where I'm just doing a listicle and I don't show my face that often on World According to Briggs, that channel, I wouldn't say is at risk for being demonetized or being, just deleted or something like that. I think there's a potential, more so because I don't show my face. But if I were to show my face, that shows that I am a human being. I'm not some kid typing in prompts and up goes a video. No, they would see that I am a human being. Now, I do live streams, and I think there's enough there for them to know I'm a real person. But you never know when the algorithm's just going to pick me and go, you're it. Now you got to explain yourself, or you got to prove that you're a human being. Which, if that happens to me and they demonetize me, it could take 3-4 weeks to get unmonetized, possible, or not at all. And that could be a problem for me. That means 3 weeks of no income. And, times are tight already. That would, be rough on the whole World According to Briggs thing. So I think the future of YouTube, especially if you're doing explainers, you're doing lists, you got to show your face. And I think this is a great way to do it. You start off with a vlog and then go into your explainer and then finish it as a vlog. Back in the day, the best vlogs, there was a lot. Charles Trippy, the Shaytards, even Roman Atwood after he was out of his prank phase. He became a vlogger, and I used to watch all these guys, and the king of all that was Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat blew everything away because it used to be just like a talking head video, like I'm doing right now. They just explain their day. They might go someplace. They might show you some things. But vlogs were just talking head videos for the most part. Casey Neistat comes in and gives it structure, gives it a story. He made 6 to 10 minute videos every single day for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And he is a filmmaker. He's not just a YouTuber. He's a filmmaker. And he gave it structure. He gave it a story, and a 3-act story, just like movies are. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Then the solution, Jack fell down, broke his crown, whatever. So 3-act structure. And that, I think, is what YouTube will reward people for right now. So, like I said, Casey Neistat just turned the whole vlogging thing on its head, and people like Emma Chamberlain came after him, and there's a bunch of other ones, but I think that is the way to go right now. Start off with a vlog, go into your explainer, end your vlog. Think that's the way to go. I think I'm going to try and lean into that a little bit. A couple weeks ago, I did an experiment where I walked around the woods and talked about how each state became a state. Now, that was I was just trying it to see how people would react to it. They didn't react too good. Now, the people that watched it in the comments, they loved it. The downside is a lot of the people that aren't totally into World According to Briggs and aren't, let's say regulars, they didn't dig it too much. So there's a lot of tweaking that has to be done on that. But I think that is the best direction to be going in 2026 and 2027. Now, if you're watching this 29, they've changed things. They decided AI is everything, which I think they were heading that way. This, I think, will work for at least the next 2 years. Now, one thing I will tell you about that whole AI and the shorts thing. So YouTube, as we talked about in other videos, they've been killing just straight up AI channels. They don't want anything to do with that, and that's why I think this is going to work. But the other day, I brought up the fact that the shorts have become a problem for most creators because YouTube is really pushing shorts. So long form videos have been kind of become the forgotten child of YouTube. And that's where a lot of us make our money. YouTube makes more money on shorts. But like I mentioned in the past video, they've just got sued for that addictive behavior that it promotes. Mm-hmm. So this young lady sued YouTube and Meta and said that their reels on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube Shorts gave her an addiction to social media, and she won $6 million. Now, that's pocket change to these companies, but it sets a precedent. And that precedent, never mind, you know what I'm saying. And there's other lawsuits coming down the pipe. So now this direction they were going is a product liability. And it's not that there's a problem with what's being put out there. It's the way they're approaching it. So they're going to have to remodel everything, and I think it'll help out long-form video creators. And that's what I was saying in that last video, and then I've been kind of proven, I wouldn't say right, but there's a lot of other people thinking that too. A couple days after I did that video, about 4 or 5 videos popped up that said the same thing, and then I got a newsletter from Tyler Chow or Tyler Cho, whatever. She's the creator's attorney. She was a Hollywood, film industry attorney for years. And she decided to just start switching over to the creator economy and representing YouTube creators. She got a really nice channel. I'll leave a link for it down below. She has a newsletter. I'm doing a video on newsletters and how you should be involved in some of them if you want to grow a YouTube channel. But hers is very important. And I don't know if I'll be able to find a link for that, but I'm sure you will if you go to her YouTube channel. So she said the same thing, and she wrote an article on Forbes that detailed basically what I was saying. She was obviously more articulate about it and got more in depth, but she was saying that shorts, because of this lawsuit and reels and even TikTok eventually, They weren't named in that original suit. So I think this girl developed her addiction before TikTok was much of a thing. But, or she just wasn't on it. Anyway, so this is becoming a liability, and it's going to help out long-form creators like myself and like you. So you got two things going on here, getting back to our subject, that make this vlog explainer hybrid the way to go. And that's the people are tired of AI, so they're going to have to back off of it. I mean, it's just been pushed on us too much, and you got companies like ChatGPT or whatever they're called. They're pulled down their Sora because that was developing AI videos, and people were using them all over the place, and it turned into a big nightmare because nobody really wanted to use it the way they'd hoped it would be used. They were using it to, put Disney characters in compromising situations and stupid stuff like that. A lot of people made money using Sora, but Sora's gone now, so they got to go to other things. But so I think the whole general feel towards AI videos, it's starting to get a negative thing. And I think a lot more people are just kind of sick of it, and they want to see real people. They want to see real content. They just don't want to see stuff that some kid used a prompt to create. YouTube's against that now, even though they're heavily invested in AI. But for the health of the platform, they've got to do something about it. And you don't want to get caught up in them doing something about it just by not showing your face. So the hybrid video, I think, is the way to go. Now, I'm not the first one to come up with this idea. There's a couple really good examples of it. Cleo Abrams does the same thing. She's doing exactly how I explained. Tom Scott, who said he was quitting YouTube, but I think he's coming back, I think I heard. Anyway, he's got an amazing channel. And he starts it off as a vlog and then takes it into an explainer and then ends it as a vlog, just like I explained. Mark Roper sort of does the same thing. He comes up with an experiment. He's like a NASA engineer, now turned YouTube creator. But he comes up with an idea, and then he details the whole thing almost in a vlog style. And at the end, the payoff is watching whatever he designed work. He did a squirrel obstacle course to get walnuts, which very entertaining video. Then he's been doing this thing where he porch pirates and stuff, where he blows up a glitter bomb on them and sprays fart spray. It's all mechanized. So they pick up the box, they put it in their car, and all of a sudden glitter goes everywhere. And then he's got a little pump in there, and one of those little things of fart spray. It just starts filling these people's cars or their house or whatever. Anyway, so he's got a good example, and he's a huge channel. So this isn't something new. I didn't come up with this, but I think it's the way to go. Now, here's what you have to do. Figure out what you want to do on your channel, and then figure out how to put yourself in it. Give it a 3-act story. Let's use our gardening example, which I always bring up. You start off your day, it's spring day here in Oregon, and everything grows in Oregon, just a normal explainer, maybe in your garden. Today, we're going to take a look at how I plant such and, some flower, some plant, right? And then you show how it gets planted. I don't know if you make a whole video out of that. I'm just using this as an example. So you show how you plant these things. And then at the end, you give some details about what you're hoping for and how they grow and stuff like that. And that's the payoff. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's my day. Do it. And then explain what could possibly happen. Here's how it was last season. This year I did this a little bit different, but this is last year. Something like that. Start with a vlog, do your explainer, do your list, whatever, end like a vlog. That is the key for 2026 and 2027. Now, there's 1,000,001 other ways to approach this. I just think that's a good idea. It's almost like, here's your structure. Number 1, the hook. That's your open. That's your blog moment. Something real happens. Not, hey guys, welcome back. Nobody cares. I do that all the time on here, but something happens. Start off your vlog with you driving someplace, with you getting your coffee going. While you're doing that, present your problem, present your question, or something slightly going wrong. That's how you should basically start your video. Here's the problem, or here's the question, or this is wrong. Now then, after that, you have your explanation, basically the value. You break it down. What happened, why it happened, what it means. use visuals the way you want, however you make your videos. This is the part where whatever you're doing right now goes, especially if you're a faceless channel. This is the faceless portion of your channel or your video. Put it all in there. Number 3, wrap it up. This is where most people screw everything up. Don't just say thanks for watching. Show what you learned, what you're doing next, and give them something to react to. Why this is perfect for 2026. Like I said, YouTube is cracking down on garbage content. Mass-produced junk, AI, copy and paste videos, that's a dead format now. There used to be a time where you could just copy and paste somebody else's videos using AI. Have it all the time. Went through a big thing with it a couple months back and a year ago, where people were just taking my script, throwing it through AI, and putting up an AI video. Well, like I've been telling those guys, which I talked to someone at Vid Summit, that YouTube would be cracking down on it. They have been. So the mass-produced AI and copy and paste thing, that's dead. If you watch one of these old gurus telling you it's still a good plan, you need to turn that off because they are not your friend. They're not trying to help you out. They're trying to fatten their bank account. So what wins in 26 and 27? Original, personal, actually useful videos, okay? What you're shooting for is content that feels like a human made it. I know it's a wild concept, but that's what YouTube is looking for this year and the coming years. So yeah,
Facts.
That's the plan. Less polished, more real, still useful. Now I'm going to do some of this on World According to Briggs, and hopefully it doesn't flop. Hopefully people react properly to it, or what I'm hoping for, not properly, what I'm hoping for. I'm going to document how it's going, and we'll see that on this channel in the next few days. All right, everyone. Have a great day. See you in the next video.
Man, he's right. One of the things that he's right about, and I always say it about the hybrid, about using AI to do your whole video. There's no such thing, and YouTube is almost fighting with itself, because yeah, it wants to. You have your faceless channels. You can use AI stuff, and long as you're not trying to deceive anybody. YouTube don't want anybody deceiving anybody, that type of stuff. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I think that oh, a lot of scratching and buzzing. This is very interesting. If YouTube becomes a all shorts, I'm gone. You know, he talked about the shorts and everything, but I really think that in the beginning, and I wish I would have done this, in your very, very beginning of doing YouTube, you must understand how to put your story together, your intro, your transition into the body. After the body, then you do your closing, and then you come to the end, your call to action. Putting that format together on every video is the most important thing of becoming a YouTuber. So practicing on developing exactly what it is you're going to say and get that out there, and your hook line, what's going to hook the people and all this. Because once somebody click on your video, in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, they're like, man, I'm gone. This dude is born. You start tuning out. People will tune out on you. So you gotta, hey, snap them back together and use all your emotions and all that type of stuff. We teach that in the course. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.